Hey guys, if you're new here, my name's Ian. If you're not, welcome back. So, recently, I've decided to do some things. And that's stop using my MacBook. Now you might be saying, why would you want to do that? And well, because I have an M1 iPad Air. And I've used this in school, note-taking, freeform, whole nine yards. And that got me thinking one day, what if I use this to replace my 14-inch MacBook Pro? Now, these both have M1 chips in it, so it really wasn't that big of a change. But we have some things to talk about. So, iPadOS is holding this guy back. I'm sorry, I never thought I'd be one of those, we need Mac on the iPad. We need better software. I'm not saying give me the Mac experience on my iPad at all. And I'm not gonna advocate for that, because I don't think the answer is just put macOS Ventura on here. Because while using it when I've used Sidecar, I do enjoy having a Mac experience. I also like the iPadOS style. So I think Apple needs to make iPadOS more powerful, because it can do a lot of things my Mac can. I've been editing videos off of this. I've been doing it all. I've responded to everything from text to emails, phone calls, FaceTime calls, on here, the same way I would if I was using my MacBook and didn't want to take out my iPhone. So, iPadOS needs more. Now, having an Apple Pencil has I think made it easier for me, in my opinion, to use fully my iPad. Now, I do not have a Magic Keyboard. I do have an Apple Smart Folio case that just can be bent into stand or prop it up for typing. I didn't go out and get the Magic Keyboard, because to spend that much money on a keyboard I think is ridiculous. Because Magic Keyboard is $350, I believe, off the top of my head. And that's a lot of money to spend on a keyboard and trackpad. Now, if I wanted to commit to this and sell this, get rid of this, do whatever with this, I'd consider looking into the Magic Keyboard, because I probably could. And this is an M1 Pro, MacBook Pro, 14-inch. So I probably could get away with an M1 iPad Air. Now, why did I choose the iPad Air? Because I felt the iPad Pro was too expensive, and I wasn't going to use all the features. If Apple had more enticing features, like the Pro iPhones compared to the regular iPhones, there's a huge difference. This is the A16 Bionic, Dynamic Island, and the telephoto camera, and there's I feel a number of improvements with the Pro lineup than the regular lineup. You could disagree with me, and you can leave a comment down below. We can have a conversation about that, because it is. And while you're down there, if you want to hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. But what I've learned using this has been, my life has just gotten so much more simple, I feel like. Mainly because everything is application-based versus web-based. So having everything in its own app and having features from macOS be directly on the iPad, like Stage Manager. I absolutely love Stage Manager. I always use it on my Mac. And having the ability to use it on my iPad, I do think Apple could have brought it to more iPads, though. That's a topic for a whole nother debate, though. But having Stage Manager has really made the experience a level up from where I initially thought it would be. Because Apple used to tout the iPad as, it's a computer, and I never believed that. But recently, this can do everything this can. So where do you draw the line now as to what a computer truly is? And now, there were some things I didn't like, purely personal. We needed, I feel a bigger than a 10.9-inch. Now, that's just me because of what I was using it for Zoom calls and editing and all of that. Now, I did choose to get the 10.9-inch iPad Air, because that's the only size it comes in, but I could have gotten the bigger iPad Pro. But I never thought I would ever use my iPad the way I've been using it for the past month. I never thought I'd edit videos, edit thumbnails. A majority of the stuff you've seen from this channel has been done through this. I've used LumaFusion, I've used iMovie, I've used Adobe Express, I've used it all on my iPad. And this handles it like a champ. If this had fans in it, I wouldn't hear them. Same way I don't hear them on my M1 Mac. But iPadOS 16 is better than iOS 16 was. If you saw my other video where I was just disgusted by the software on this, because that's, again, you can check it out. I think it's here. iOS 16 is just a mess. I don't know what else to say. iPadOS 16. Now, it was delayed from initially, so it wasn't released in September. It was released in October. Same with macOS Ventura. But iPadOS 16 seems so much more stable. Now, while Apple didn't add much to the software from iPadOS 15, we did get some notable changes, like the lock screen. But why don't I have the ability to make changes to my lock screen the same way I can on my iPhone? It's things like that that Apple does that doesn't make sense to me. It's confusing. Why aren't we getting the same experience on each device? Because that's what it used to be when iOS was for iPhones and iPads, iPod Touches. But now it's 3 different softwares for 3 different platforms. And if you include the Apple Watch 4, but obviously running iOS on an Apple Watch would just be comical in my opinion. Now, would I use this going forward? I would consider it. Will I? Probably not. I would need a Magic Keyboard, mouse, and I would also need better battery life because, while yes, I can get through what I need to with this, I felt like I was kind of running from my charger. Now, it does charge you using USB-C, same way my MacBook can charge. But using, like, thank God it's not Lightning, because one plug, like, that would just be annoying having to get a plug, because if someone has, there's a very high chance someone has a USB-C plug, and I could just be like, hey, can I borrow your charger? They'll let me charge with my iPad, and I'll be good enough to go. But trying to have to micromanage my battery has just gotten annoying. But overall, have you tried this? Would you be interested in trying this? I want to hear what you have to say. So if you could let me know with a comment below if you've tried this, you're interested in trying it, because it simplified my life, I felt like. With my Mac, well, yes, I've tailored it how I want it to be. I felt like there were some times there was too much going on. But leave that comment down below. We can have a conversation about it. And while you're down there, as I said before, if you want to hit the like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate that. But remember, today's a good day to make a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.